The Karnataka government is once again in hot waters. It is facing severe pressure as the government strives to fulfill its 5 key pre-poll guarantees. The state's Legislative Committee on Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes Welfare has taken exception to the state government utilizing budget overlay for its guarantee schemes from the funds allocated to the SCST welfare. A report on the expenses of the guarantee schemes was tabled during the winter session of the State Assembly in Belagavi. And this was done by this 20-member welfare committee led by Mr. Anand Narasimhan, a Congress MLA himself, and they have now made certain recommendations. Let's have a look at the numbers first up to get a sense of what the issue actually is. Now, in 2023, the allocation for SCST welfare in the state stood at over 35,000 crore rupees, which has now been increased to over 39,000 crore rupees in 2024. Now, of the allotment to the welfare of SCSTs, 14,730.53 crore is being used for the guarantees. Now, this constitutes to 28% of the overall expenditure of the 52,000 crore on guarantees this year. The committee has recommended that the government utilize no more than 24.1% of these funds to finance the guarantee schemes. Now, the recent political turmoil surrounding Karnataka Congress government has also taken a fresh turn with allegations and accusations coming from within the party itself. The committee headed by PM Narendra Swamy, member of the Karnataka Legislative Assembly and also the head of this entire SCST committee, has sparked fresh political storm in the state. A new expose by the committee raises serious objections regarding the utilization of the funds earmarked for the welfare of scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. Now, the first major objection highlighted by the committee is that a significant portion of the funds intended for SCST welfare is being diverted to support the implementation of the government's guarantee schemes and not necessarily for SCSTs. The Legislative Committee said that the state government is utilizing 28% of the overall budget overlay for its guarantee schemes from the funds allocated to the SCST fund. The committee has recommended that the government utilize no more than 24.1% of these funds to finance the guarantee schemes. The committee further pointed out that data on the SCST beneficiaries of the Shakti scheme was not available. In proportion to their population assessed in 2011 census, the committee recommended that a sum not exceeding 12,532 crore from the sub-plan corpus must be used for funding the guarantees, which comes to up to around 24.1%. Now, diversion of the fund has turned also into a political war between the BJP and the Karnataka government. The BJP has launched a scathing attack at Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and his Sarkar, alleging that the Congress government in the state of Karnataka has diverted a staggering 28% of the SCST welfare funds to finance its pre-poll guarantee schemes, which they are also claiming is not necessarily directed only at SCSTs. It's funding other communities, other groups, other schemes as well. In response to the BJP's sharp criticisms, the Congress government has defended its stance, stating that it is committed to considering the recommendations made by the Karnataka Legislative Committee regarding the allocation of funds for SCST welfare. Now, further sharpening the attack, the BJP accused the Karnataka government of misappropriating the funds meant for welfare of scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. And on the other hand, the Congress government has defended the actions by pointing out that even the centre is using funds for allied purposes.
The committee headed by Narendra Swamy questioned the authority of the government spending this SCP TSP amount for the guarantees. It is correct. I asked him, if you are using so much amount for the guarantees, why you drawn 25,000 crores from the SCSP TSP amount?
There is nothing wrong in using these the SCST money for guarantees, but if the recommendation has come to limit it to 24.1% as per this thing, then maybe that is something that call that the finance minister, that is the CM, and will take. But having said that, I think probably the BJP government should also look at what central government is doing. Do you know that SCP TSP funds of the central government are used for semiconductor?
Surabhi Hodigere, spokesperson Karnataka BJP with us, Nikul Patel, leader of the Congress party with us. My namaste and Jai Hind to our panelists, and also season's greetings. Feliz Navidad, it's a festive day. But what is this whole charge, Surabhi Hodigere?
It has been significantly clear since the Congress party announced the guarantees that financing these guarantees across the 5 years was going to be a challenge. We've seen a significant increase in the revenue deficit, the fiscal deficit, and what we're seeing today is a mere validation of the BJP Karnataka's insinuation that funds that were supposed to be used specifically under law for the SCST community have been diverted towards general purpose use. Now, this is there are multiple aspects to this, Anand, which is that why were these funds there in the first place? Why is the committee said, okay, 28% no, let's go back to 24%? For a simple reason. The data shows us at this point with census 2011 keeping in mind that 24% is what we have as the SC/ST population here in Karnataka. Therefore, that is the sort of number that should be allocated for every scheme for from the SCPTSP fund. Whereas what the Congress has done, and we can go back and forth on this, but the reality of the matter is that the guarantees are costly. Their guarantees have been costing a significant amount. To fund the guarantees, this Congress government has been going back and forth trying to find every possible way to finance what they had promised in the polls. And the amount is also increasing year on year. I have been on multiple channels on this conversation, and the Congress's argument has always been that, look, if you take, the beneficiaries of the different schemes, significant amount has also been, come from the marginalized communities of the SC and ST, and therefore, somehow it works out. But we are not talking here of somehow it working out. If you're so sure, give us the data. If you're so sure that it is truly benefiting this community, tell us how. That is the question that needs to be answered, and it is the bottom line here is that the Karnataka government should not be using this fund for anything other than the welfare of the SC and ST community.
Nikul Patel?
See, firstly, I would like to say that the state government is utilizing SC/ST funds to implement guarantee schemes for the community members as per law, and that has been stated by DK Shiv Kumara very correctly. I would like to say that the budget allocated for SC/ST is around 39,121 crore for the financial year 24-25. And in that, there are clearly two bifurcations, and that was approved by the SC/ST Council, which was chaired by the Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. I would like to give the bifurcation also, 27,673 crore, which amounts to be 70% of the total fund allocation to SC/ST, and 11,447 crore, which accounts to be 29% of the total budget allocated to SC/ST. Out of that, 11,000 crore is definitely being spent on the guarantee, and it is for the same community which is going to be utilized. That is for in the same community SC and ST, the guarantee schemes. And I would like to again portray that you can check from the Legislative Assembly, 1,300 crore was unspent in the financial year 23-24, which has been added to it, and that is why you can say that that amount has been spent. Now, Bharatiya Janata Party is making hue and cry. Don't worry, we are very acquainted with what we are doing, and we will be doing as per the criteria and norms which are being framed as per the constitution. We are the only state, or we can say Congress are states which are allocating fund as per the population of that particular community. I would like to ask my Bharatiya Janata Party whether your state governments are allocating fund as per the community. I don't understand. We have passed this budget as per the population of the country, and we are spending it for their benefit as well as for their upliftment. There are schools that are being building in these areas where we are giving 75% reservation to the local people. Even we are giving increase the stipends from 10,000 to 15,000 for SC/ST students who are aspirants for UPSC, and so many lot other schemes where we are providing laptops and every other benefits that are needed for their upliftment.
Surabhi Odgiri?
I will not speak of any other state because I have enough material to counter the Congress in my own state. Sir, very recently, PhD scholars and scholars in postgraduate education from the SC and ST community who had a scholarship, designated, the money was cancelled because the money had to be rerouted to the guarantees. The Valmiki scam, enough said, that it is a scam. We're going to do something about it or not. Which community did it hamper? Whose money was stolen and used to finance elections of the Congress party in other states and in Bellary? It was the SC/ST community. Please do not harp on Baba Sahib Ambedkar across the country and then do this to the marginalized communities. You have put a bunch of words together, sir, and said that no, it's not happening. There is a legislative committee that is saying that the spending is at 28% across different schemes. And please bring it down to 24. That is a very simple ask of the SC and ST communities. And this particular fund, it has always been very clear that money has to be taken from this fund to empower these two communities only. Can you give me guarantee that the money being taken from the SCSP fund is actually being used only for the welfare of the marginalized communities of SC and ST? Can you give me that? No, you can't. Because for Shakti, for example, the Shakti scheme, you don't even have data. You do not have data to show who the beneficiaries are. For Gruha Jyoti, what is it, the numbers that you're going by? Have you done a performance check or performance review? Can you look a person from the SC and ST community today and tell them that the fund that has been allocated specifically for their welfare for very right reasons, because that extra welfareism is required for these communities. If you look at their general, gross enrollment ratio, if you look at their other human development parameters, this is a community that needs the extra spending. Can you look them in the eye and tell them no, not 1 paisa or 1 rupee of the money that was absolutely supposed to go and be part of your life improvement is being used for any other community? Can you look them in the eye in Karnataka and tell them, don't try to take me to any other state. I'm not going to any other state. I'm talking about Karnataka.
Nikul
I'm
Patel.
also talking of Karnataka itself, and I have given you a very good data and facts and figures. I think you don't want to accept it, then it's your problem. I already said that around 27,000 crore, 620,673 crore. That is almost 70% of 39,000 crore fund allocation to SCST sub-plan is being utilized for
Where
the
are you
people of
getting
that
the
community.
data from?
And if you don't
Where
want to
are you?
accept it, then
Please
it's your
source your
issue.
data.
In the
Please
Karnataka
source
itself,
your
people
data.
have realized that
Please
money is
source
being
your
utilized
data.
for the upliftment of those people. Siddaramaiah had visited even the school, that is a residential school where initially the reservation was only for up to 60% for local students. Now it has been raised to 75%. That is what I would like to say. We are always
Where are
there.
you getting that? No, I will not have. Sir, please
You
tell me where
you
your
just
data is
listen,
coming
you
from.
try to understand. I
No,
listen
where?
you
Tell
very
me where
carefully.
your data is coming
You
from.
listen to me now.
Shakti doesn't even, the
It's
Shakti
your
scheme,
prerogative right
you
to
don't know
listen
who
me
the
first. Then
beneficiaries
I
are.
have listened you very thoroughly and very cool and
You
calm.
are
If you
listing
don't want to understand and
misinformation.
listen, I
You
don't
are
think that you
listing
are ready to it.
misinformation. Please don't get
You
into
must
this
listen
numbers
first. You
games.
put your
No,
argument when it
please,
is
please
your
tell
turn,
me.
ma'am.
So quote
I am
your
telling you the
source.
facts and
Quote
figures
your
from the
source.
legislative
Quote
assembly
your
data. I don't
source.
understand. And
Quote
SCST
your source.
council chaired by Siddaramaiah ji is the chief minister of the state and he has a due right as per the law to decide the fund allocation. I don't understand why you want to
No, that
argue
is
and object
incorrect.
to it. If
That
somebody
is
recommends it, then
incorrect.
definitely it is the prerogative right of the cabinet to take into action and consider whatever the recommendation is coming. But I would like to make you aware that definitely your argument and your justification that we are not spending any money for the upliftment of the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, I totally deny to your argument. As well as I would like to say that if you are arguing on Ambedkar, let Amit Shah should ask Mafi for it. He has said in Lok Sabha what is to speak in Lok Sabha about Baba Sahib Ambedkar. You are advocating them. We are just for here to say that we are doing everything good for SC and ST and you are not able to digest it, then it's fine. We are utilizing the money
May I
as per
speak
the
now?
law, and our chief
Valmiki
minister
scam was doing good
and
for the
deputy
ST
chief
community.
minister had already clarified about
Valmiki
everything
scam
that
was
you want
doing
to
good for the
listen.
ST community. Sir, please
We
don't
are
talk like a
spending it for
broken tape
SCSP.
recorder.
We are
No,
building
hang
school,
on,
we are
hang
giving
on. You
laptops.
won't quote
We
your
are,
data source.
we are
You
going
won't
for
tell me
health.
how many SC, ST
Definitely
beneficiaries
everything.
exist.
I
You
don't
won't tell
understand
me,
what you
no,
want to, what
please,
you
sir,
want more from it.
sir, please. This
I
is
am saying that
Karnataka.
as
People
per the
see through
population
this
of
sort
your
of
SC and
politics.
ST in
The chief
Karnataka,
minister on the floor of the
39,000
house
crore has
said
been
very
allocated
clearly that
for it.
money has
And
been
out of
stolen.
that,
Today we are seeing
27,000 crore is being utilized and only 11,000 has been
Anand,
allocated
I'm
to
not
the
doing this
guarantee
shouting
scheme
match.
and that also by SCST council chaired by the chief minister
No, no. No,
Siddaramaiah
no.
ji. I don't
Nikul Patel.
understand if a
Nikul Patel.
council is recommending the
No, they
bifurcation,
have
then what is the
recommended
problem to
this.
you?
Here is a simple question now. What is the BJP asking you? The BJP spokesperson is asking you, can you on this show take the right stand and say that all of the money that's being spent, 100% of it has gone only towards the benefit of SC/ST. And if you are quoting data, what is the source of this data? These are the two questions that are being asked of you.
The source of data, the SCST Council chaired by CM Siddaramaiah ji had approved 39,121 crore for the FY 24-25, and DK Shiv Kumara ji correctly said that all funds that are allocated for SCST, even the guarantee
Sir,
schemes, are being
please
utilized for the
speak
payment of the poor
numbers.
people. No general statement should be given. Generalized
No
statement
general
is not
statement is
given.
being
So
given.
there is no
Absolutely no
here
general
is the thing.
statement is being given.
Here is the
That
thing.
is not correct.
Here is
That
the
is
here-
not correct.
Here is the thing. The point is, sir, that there is a huge amount of this money that is being used for a Shakti scheme that's implemented currently in Karnataka government. The government itself is on record. It has told this SCST panel, and Narendra Swamy, who is the chair of the panel, himself a Congress
Correct.
MLA, has come out and said this, that there is no data of the Shakti scheme.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
Anand. Please
this
ask that
this
question.
Shakti scheme, who is it going to? Who are the beneficiaries? What caste community are they? What is their entire bifurcation? There is no data, Nikul Patel.
So, Minister, has
So
replied to
how
that
are
question.
you able to come
Sir,
here
there
and
is
claim
no
that this
data
entire
on
money,
Shakti
that,
scheme
how,
is what
that
he
this
said. How can you
entire
say
money
this?
is actually being spent for the people from whom it is being taken is the question that's being asked. The same thing that you said.
Statement I am quoting here.
No,
That
but
is
the
what I am telling.
chief, sir, but Nikul Patel, the chief minister has not been able to be forthright on the data points. He has not been able to come and explain how much of this money has been spent in the Shakti scheme and what is the percentage of women who have actually benefited from the SCST community from the Shakti scheme. He's not been able to answer that. The other thing, you said that he has increased the local quota of people or students to be admitted to 75% from 60%. But who are these local people? If the schools are being built with the funds of the SCST community, is the entire quota of 70% going only to SCST community? Because if that is not happening,
These
sir,
are built
then
in
that
tribal
means you are
areas.
taking funds from the SCST commission, SCST community.
Again, you are diverting the
and
point.
then you are
No, he is saying he's
you are
speaking the
no,
truth.
I'm not diverting.
He's
I'm
not
just asking
diverting.
you
I'm
the
telling
same
that
The
question.
fund
sir.
diversion is
if the
happening by
school
your
is
government,
built in
not
the
by
tribal
Anand Narasimhan
area,
over here.
if I am quoting that if the school is built in the tribal area, then definitely the local people will be tribal and they will be benefited out of
No,
it.
you can't make that assumption, sir, that if there is a tribal area, that all the 100% population is tribal. Today, there are many areas which are deemed tribal areas, or many places where the elected representative has to represent a scheduled caste or scheduled tribe because the majority population is that. It does not mean that 100% of the population is that. But when you spend this money from the SC/ST quota, you have to have the data. How is it, Nikul Patel? Imagine if this was the case of a BJP ruled state. You will be spewing fire right
and
now.
cry,
You-
Anand.
no,
They
not
will
just
spew
that. You would
and
be
cry.
saying you would be saying that SC/ST ka paisa gaya kahan? When a Mr. Priyank Khadge turns around and asks that the center is spending SC/ST money for semiconductor, etc., makes a charge like that. Here in Karnataka, you are not willing to. You don't even have the basic data, sir. 11,000 crore रुपए आपने खर्च किया last year. You just now told me that there is some 1,300 crore extra, which has been carried forward. Sir, 11,000 crore have been spent, right? Where has it been spent? What's the data point?
That is tabled in the Legislative Assembly.
No, it is not, sir.
Sir,
Okay,
this
Surbi,
is a
okay, one minute.
this
Let
is
Surbi
a-
Odigere
this
respond.
is-
Yes, Surbi Odigere. It's been
You
tabled
are-
in the assembly. Why are you asking this question?
No, hang on. I think we're coming back to the very basic point. There are 5 guarantees, right? Within that, there is this Shakti scheme that Anand has referred to. We are saying this again and again and again. There is no measure on who the beneficiaries are for the Shakti scheme. Let's trace the steps back one more time. If there is no data on beneficiaries, we don't know who is benefiting from this in allocation in the Shakti scheme. How can you say with this confidence that the 28% that is being derived from the SC/ST fund is actually going towards the welfare of the SC/ST community? How is is the logic simple enough for us to not go back and forth? The proposition that the Karnataka government has made is that we will now issue smart cards so that they can collect this data. The only thing that this legislative committee is saying, and rightfully so, and the Bharatiya Janata Party in Karnataka has been saying again and again and again, if you are taking money from the SC and ST community fund, then make sure that it is used for the welfare of the community. And how do we check that? Because you won't release the caste census data, because we are yet to have the next census data, what we rely on is the 2011 census, right? Where the number is at 24%. That is the number that we are going with, right? Therefore,
Now you come to the point,
the
ma'am.
committee, may I finish, sir, please? I do not want to be interrupted. The committee,
Yeah,
the
good, thank you.
legislative committee has recommended, please do not spend more than the population that exists at this point, that number of 24%. Do not take more than that. That is the only consideration. Anand, this should not be a debate. This should be the government coming out and saying, you are right. We do not have the right to take money out of the SCSP fund. We should therefore
Not
limit
just that.
it
Not
to
just
that
that.
amount.
At least tell
Anand,
the people.
Anand, do you realize?
At least tell the people, Nikul Patel, and I'm saying
Anand,
you would
Anand,
also
do you
want to
rea-
know. Okay, you have taken money from me. Tell me where have you spent the money? You are
See,
telling me
I'm-
you have spent the money rightly, but kahan? Where is the
I would
account for it?
I would like to come to the point. I would like to
Yeah.
answer your point also.
Yeah.
But my friend rightly pointed out that since 2011 that population census is not being
Sir,
conducted
a caste
and now
census
it is
has
required that
happened
it-
here.
Let him make his point now. Let him make his
2017.
point.
and you need for it
You are
and that is
sitting
why
on the
Rahul
caste
Gandhi is
census.
demanding
Let
for
him
the
make his-
caste
You are
census
sitting
and
on
you are
the
not
caste
allowing it.
census.
You are not
Release
allowing
the
the caste
caste
census
census.
to be
Okay.
happening in the
I challenge
country.
you to
Can
release
There
the
you
caste
are.
census.
You are
can
correct
we-
now.
can
You
we-
to
can
tell
we-
Bharatiya
can we-
Janata
Release the
Party
caste
to carry
census
out the
in
caste
Karnataka.
census
Now,
immediately.
here is
You are
And as per
scared.
Nikul
that,
Patel.
You are
every beneficiary will be
Nikul-
noted
Nikul
down.
Patel.
You are very correct now, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, one minute.
Rahul
So-
Gandhi is writing
one
rightly
minute,
asking
one minute,
for
one
the
minute.
caste-based census,
One minute,
and you
okay.
are not allowing it
Nikul
to
Patel,
happen in
will
the
you please
country.
allow me 30 seconds? Rahul
Yeah,
Gandhi,
sure.
you are saying as a leader of the Congress party nationally that Rahul Gandhi is right in asking for caste census. You are telling the BJP to yield to the caste census. But sir, we are talking Karnataka where the caste census has already been done and there are certain people who are sitting on the CM's chair who are also sitting on the caste census data,
2017.
My
sir.
friend told me that
And
2017
2017,
she had
since
quoted 2011 census.
Nikul Patel,
Why you
since
don't want to
Nikul-
accept it?
Nikul Patel,
Why you
since-
want to screw me up in asking such
Nikul
questions? You are not
Patel,
listening
Nikul
to
Patel,
the argument of what
Nikul
Bharatiya
Patel.
Janata
See, I'll tell you
Party
what.
is
You
telling.
can shift goalposts, but the fact is, sir, that you should not be scoring own goals. My point is, sir, that
I'm not pouring
सर
on
कर्नाटका में कास्ट सेंसस हो गया, डेटा नहीं रिलीज हुआ ना सर. आपके सीएम डेप्यूटी सीएम में खलबली है. They are not agreeing. DK Shiv Kumar says don't release. Siddharamaiah says I want to release, or vice versa. Point is, you are sitting on. Sir, the Siddharamaiah government is sitting on.
Your Bharatiya
One
Janata
minute,
Party
one minute,
friends rightly tell that in 2011
1 minute.
census we are not able to access the
Correct.
data.
My point is,
You
sir,
know why
the
that
We are
happened,
center-
right?
utilizing
Because there was a
for the
COVID
benefit of the
pandemic.
SCSP
Wow, no,
There was
one-
a
one-
pandemic.
one
for the
minute.
survey to take
No,
place.
before
Census will happen.
before the pandemic, the Congress was leading a whole morcha of people who said kagaz nahi dikhayenge when they wanted to do a proper account of the citizens of this country. Then pandemic happened. But the point is, in the states where the caste census has been done, the Congress is not releasing the data. So now, Nikul
Right
Patel,
to
what do you do?
Information
The
Act has been
second
passed by
point.
Congress. I
Yeah,
think
one
it
minute.
is
One
the
minute.
best act ever passed by any government in
अरे
the
सर
country.
कास्ट का डेटा रिलीज तो करो. छोड़िए कास्ट का डेटा भी रिलीज नहीं किया. मैं आपको पूछ रहा हूँ, आपने मेरे से पैसा लिया, आपने खर्चा किया एंड आपने कहा कि मेरे लिए खर्चा किया. मैं पूछ रहा हूँ हिसाब दिखाओ कहाँ खर्चा किया. आप बोल रहे नहीं हिसाब मैं नहीं दिखाऊंगा, पर मेरा भरोसा करो.
ऐसा
ऐसा
नहीं
होता है
बोला
सर.
किसी ने. We
अगर
are
मैं आपसे
liable to
पैसा
answer
लूंगा,
for every
मैं
data.
कहूंगा निकुल
Every
पटेल
money
के लिए
spent
खर्चा
is
किया,
on
पटेल
table on the
समाज
parliament.
के लिए
It is
मैंने
table
खर्चा
on the
किया
legislative
and
assembly.
then I will turn
Any
around and tell the
government
Patel
cannot
Samaj,
deny
but
that
don't
they
ask
are
me where I've
not
spent
ready
it.
to
I've
say.
spent it on you. You
Anand,
trust
you
me,
cannot
but don't
say
ask me
that
where
they
I've
are
spent
not
it
ready
because
to
I have
show
no
ready
data.
to show
How do you
everything
believe
that
that,
is
sir?
being tabled on the chair and every money spent has to be shown on the
Where is
floor
it
of the
shown, sir? It is
legislative
not
assembly
shown.
during the-
Oh, that
during
is
the
what
session
the
that you know
point
very
is
well.
that, sir.
Nobody can hide
Why
from
are
it.
you
Okay,
saying
one more.
the fact-
One more.
The
Okay,
Bharatiya
I
Janata
just.
Party as an opposition is failing to ask the thing. That is why
My
you can
point
say
is, sir,
that.
my point is in this case, the Congress party as government is failing to answer with data. If they come back with this much data saying, okay, let them say, okay, we've not spent 100% of the money, but 90% of the money, this is where I have spent this money from the SCST fund, and then turn around to Mr. Narendra Swamy and the panel of 20 members say, are you satisfied now? To the SCST community, no answer, sir.
Definitely we'll do it.
Shakti scheme, your top
Definitely we'll
5
do it.
guarantee,
Definitely
your
we'll do it.
calling card for re-election the next time around, Shakti scheme, there is no data that's been mapped. There's no mapping. कहाँ गया है पैसा सर? करोड़ों रुपए है सर.
कहीं नहीं गया. It has been beneficiary to the beneficiary.
How do you know,
only.
sir? How do I trust that? The voter
No,
has
it's
to
not.
trust.
The
For that,
point
the
is
voter
not
has to see the numbers. The audit has to be done.
point-
The people have to see the
Anand,
numbers. The sarkar of any state is responsible with audited, genuine numbers, sir.
You are saying that we have done corruption for that much amount. We are not doing it. We are spending it for the benefit
Sir,
of
I
the people.
trust you. You are not doing corruption. But
May I
please show me
please
the
come
proof.
in? May I please come in?
Yeah, definitely it will
But
be
you are
tabled in
not
the
showing proof, sir.
legislative
That's what I'm
assembly.
saying. The Congress government is not showing proof. Yes, Surabhi Hodigire. Yes, quickly. And then I have a question to you, Surabhi. Yeah, Surabhi. Yeah.
The Siddaramaiah government, the chief minister on the floor of the house in the previous, not this, but the previous assembly session, said that the amount that has gone from the ST community fund was not 187 crores, just a mere 89 crores. This is the callousness with which this government treats the marginalized communities in Karnataka. Now, the question that we are asking, and yes, we will bring out more of these numbers and accusations later on as we also understand the extent of things going wrong, not just with Shakti, but also with Gruha Lakshmi, a big one. A significant portion of the money from the guarantees goes to Gruha Lakshmi.
Okay,
and there's been
what is this
delays.
whole scam around the Bhovi Development Corporation? Who
Look,
was
there
involved
have
in
been
that?
there have been multiple accusations of different scams during the BJP government.
Who's
It is the
Sunil Valyalure?
government.
And his
It
son
is
Vinay?
it is the government in power that is doing, this sort of vendetta politics because we are bringing out different
will
corruption
you
activities.
will you admit?
I'm
No,
look.
the same
I'm
committee,
not
the
going
same
to-
SCST committee, led by P. N. Narendra Swamy, had accused and made the whole thing that there have been multiple corporations, SCST corporations, where crores of scam has happened even under the BJP.
No,
So,
I'm not.
so
going to-
has the BJP walked the talk on doing justice to SCST corporations, or is irrespective of political
Anand-
parties, netas in Karnataka cannot be trusted with money?
That would be a very, very, very strong insinuation that no Karnataka politician can be trusted with money. But the fact of the matter is, if such an accusation has come
I didn't
up,
say no neta. I said netas in Karnataka, irrespective of political party, cannot be trusted with money.
the current party in power is the Congress. It is in their authority to do a Lokayukta probe, commission an inquiry, and anybody who has done any mistake in misusing SCST funds must be punished.
But then-
Unequivocally
but,
saying this.
So at that
Having
point,
said
the
that-
BJP won't say it is vendetta. My point is, ma'am, when it comes to accountability, when it comes to crores of rupees of a particular community and comes to accountability, if 100 crores can just be gobbled up or 89 crores is just 89 crores, for some people 8,000 rupees or 800 rupees is a lot of money.
Absolutely,
So for other
absolutely.
people to say 89 crores, no big deal. Bhovi Development Corporation, are these people still,
It is
are
an
they persona non
accusation.
grata within the BJP? Has
It
there
is
been
an
any...
accusation. Everybody is, in the eyes of the law, innocent until proven guilty. Let the law take its course in the situation at this point.
My simple point,
which is that
in the, day,
committee.
in this age of digitization, Karnataka and Bengaluru being the IT capital not just of Bharat but also across the world considered to be. If data is not collated real time and it's not available for public audit,
Yeah.
it's a huge travesty.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
It's a huge travesty. Every single naya paisa should be accounted for, and the Karnataka government should pride itself in this ability. If they claim that they don't have the tech, then it's a land of techies. They should get it in play. They should get it done like yesterday. But if they have the tech and they are deliberately not showing the data, then sir, the intent of the government will be questioned. The intent of the people in power who are taking decisions and are handling the crores of funds that have been allocated for certain communities, they will be questioned and they should be held accountable.